Wow, I'm way too depressed to be doing this. Okay. Hello friends. It is a low energy day in the sewing room and I have forgotten, which means I have to go on the hellhole that is Instagram. Anyway, hello friends, welcome back. About halfway through October, I found out about Gwen's Shenanigans. Gwen's Shenanigans? Gwen's Shenanigans. Superb name. Congrats. On Instagram, who'd come up with the idea of gunnesaxoween, which was basically Gunne Sax style dresses in Halloween prints. Am I going to make the whole internet hate me in the first minute of the video? So, I already own a Gunne Sax dress. Here she is. Floor length, built-in crinoline, absolute bugger to iron, you know, the usual. So this is a thing that I own. So yes, I do enjoy Gunne Sax. I've been a Gunnies fan for a while. Also, surprise, I like Halloween a lot. I don't know if you could possibly have told that from the channel. Even though I was already quite a ways through October, I was like, let's do this. Because I own this dress, I decided that a lot of people seem to go for the very 1980s Gunne Sax style, so a bit more like structured and T-length rather than floor length, you know, that kind of thing. Lots of very top-heavy ruffles and a bit more structured. I didn't want to do that. I already have that covered. I wanted something a bit more like the earlier style, more 1970s dresses. With a big emphasis on the sleeves, quite a simple bodice, long skirt. You know, the kind of thing you could run through the damp woods to Stevie Nicks in. That's where we're going. Holy crap, there are Gunne Sax dresses with hoods! It's raining outside and you don't like... Oh, hello. Okay. That's... Oh, careful. Thursday wants to be on the desk, not taking part. Yeah, anyway, let's not make this ridiculously drawn out because I am tired. Let's look at materials. I really like how Gunne Sax dresses combine a lot of different materials together. I really want to let the print... Hang on, I'll grab it and I'll show you what I mean. So I have this really big, bold print. And while a lot of the dresses that I'm looking at are using trims or lace, they're also using very small, like, ditzy prints. This is very big and very bold, so I want to let the print take the centre stage, and it's going to be slightly less authentic Gunne Sax and slightly more hands. This is going to be the skirt. Then I have this suede effect fabric. It's actually like a very short pile velvet and incredibly synthetic. This is going to be the bodice, and then the sleeves are going to be black chiffon. So they will be transparent and flowy and huge. So these are the two patterns that I picked out of my collection. I'm going to use the sleeve from this one with a little bit of modification because this sleeve has a drawstring with a tassel on it, I believe. Or maybe it just has elastic and is trimmed with a tassel. Either way, they don't have a cuff, and I'm going to put a cuff on them because I don't want to mess around with all of that. And then I'm going to use this skirt with the double ruffle, just because I like the shape of that a little bit more than the shape of this skirt. The waistline's a little high. We'll work it out. Oh, and also I'm not going to use this bodice, I'm going to use this bodice and just kind of chop it off the waist and add this skirt in. I think that's going to work. So we're getting started on the dress. This is quite exciting because it's factory folded from 1971. I wonder who bought this and then never used it. I say, with an entire filing cabinet full of patterns, most of which I've never used. Some of these pieces are labelled jacket, and I think that's the bits I want. I think I might manage okay if I just use the jacket pieces to the lengthen and shorten line. Armholes might need slightly wiggling. We can do that. That's the sleeve. Oh, I am glad I bought as much fabric as I did for the sleeves. Okay, well, I was worried I was going to have to do a whole ton of pattern drafting, and I don't think I am. So we're just going to put everything back. And then the skirt, I wanted, that I'm not happy with the skirt that's in that pattern, so I decided to use this one instead, which is not factory folded and does in fact look like it was water damaged at some point. That's the skirt ruffle. That looks like a skirt piece. Skirt back. Skirt front. And the waistband, which we don't need. Well, we'll roll with it. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I can go with that. Right, so now I need to trim down the edges on all of these. Well, I hope I'm in focus. I was supposed to be filming a reveal today, but I've woken up with a migraine, so I guess we're doing something else. I've got all the bits cut out, so the front, side back, and back. I've got all those cut out in the mock suede and in a lining material, and then I have the massive sleeves, and then I have the skirt portion, which I've just realised most of this dress is black and the skirt is white with a black design. So if I top stitch on the skirt in black, it's going to be really obvious. So I'm going to have to change thread at some point, but that's okay. Put the bodice together as much as I can. Okay, I've just realised another thing. How am I closing this? I thought I was going to put a zip up the back, but I've cut the back on the fold, so I might have to put a side zip in. Or maybe I can make a front placket. That's going to be difficult to skirt. Oh, it's going to have to be a side... There, it's going to have to be a side zip. That was not the plan. Anyway, never mind. We work with what we've got. So the bodice together, bodice lining together, work on the sleeves and get the top half as finished as I can before I swap threads and go onto the skirt. Fine. The bodice and the lining are made up. Obviously the pattern I'm using was for a top that was open at the front with lacing. I've had a try on and the gap in the front is only going to be about 1 inch, so I've just cut a little strip of the patterned fabric, some lines where the seam allowance is going to go. I've got this super cute trim. At least that's what I was going to do, but actually it's a bit big. So that idea can go away, and I guess I'm just gonna sew this into the front of the garment. And I should probably also sew a similar strip into the front of the lining. Yes, good. Okay, glad we had this chat. Well, it wouldn't be Halloween without some non-Euclidean geometry. Although it turns out non-Euclidean shapes way more common than you think they are. Don't hang out with mathematicians, it just takes the fun out of everything. So that's a bodice. Got the sleeves all done up with the cuffs, which are looking perfect. The actual sleeve pattern didn't have a cuff. They wanted you to make a channel and put a drawstring with tassels on the end on it, which I'm going to have to do sometime, but not for this dress. So once I've put these in, I can switch up the thread to make up the skirt, and then I can put the zip in. Do I have a zip? Come on, Jeffrey, you can do it. Pave the way, put your back into it. Okay, well I only need one. Okay, I don't think I filmed anything else last night, which is not good. The skirt is together. I have pinked the skirt seams because it's probably fine. I'm going to wash it at some point. And I've hemmed the bottom of the skirt, which I've not read the instructions for this skirt. I probably should have, but I haven't. So here we are. And then I've got the two ruffles sewn together and hemmed, gathering stitches at the top, which is folded over. So there's going to be like a paper bag effect. You know those paper bag shorts? We're going to do that with the ruffles. I'm trying to decide how much it bothers me that one of the ruffles is upside down. And I think the answer to that is not enough to redo it. So we're going to pin one ruffle to the hem and one ruffle to the line that I have drawn in and partially erased thanks to the power of ironing. Should be a party. So, it's not so bad now that I've ironed it. I think it's actually a bit more pronounced on the back. The bodice was slightly too big for the skirt, so I've had to I tried to ease it in, and actually it's done this. I've got a couple of little tucks and there's some bubbliness all along here. That's not great. I'm pretty happy with the sleeves, I think. They turned out okay. Chiffon remains the worst. And I did get the lining in all okay. That wasn't really a problem. Skirt-wise, turns out I don't mind at all that the bottom ruffle is upside down. I basically don't notice it. This is not as tidy as I would like, but I also didn't want to take out the gathering stitches, just because it's kind of holding the raw edge together a bit more, but it doesn't look very tidy. So in future I may take these out, but right now I'm kicking that further down the line. Oh, and I should give this another iron to take the rest of the marks out. But you can't really see them, and worst case scenario, it'll come out when it's washed. I guess basically I have to put it on. It's the only way we'll know. So this dress is a lot of things. Suitable for outdoors in November is not one of them. Anyway, final thoughts. It's okay. It's a cute dress. I'm gonna wear it. These are superb. Super good to have tested out a pattern with a sleeve shape that I really like. The skirt is not as impressive as I would like for the amount of fabric that went into it. The bodice is not a good fit. I almost wonder if I hadn't put the front section in, whether this would be better. And yeah, overall, I don't feel like I particularly stuck to brief, as it were. It is a cute dress. I like this dress. This is a cute dress. I just don't feel like it's quite met the design specifications. Anyway, regardless of how well we think the dress turned out, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, do all the things that make the YouTube gods happy. In the description you'll find a link to my Instagram and also my Ko-fi page where you can make a donation to support this channel. Some of the people who donated through October are appearing on the screen right now. I didn't really forward plan with the Ko-fi, so I think what we're going to do is like roll people in for about a month at a time. Something like that. And I'm going to try and get back to something like a weekly schedule now we're out of October. I hope you stick around, dream big, and I'll see you next time.